Hi, this is Ice3. Currently, it is still September the 17th, 2025. Okay, after my long rant about Cory Booker and looking at his astrology, I'm like, wow. I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about Charlie Kirk and my thoughts about that situation. Um, I really did not know that much about Charlie Kirk. I did see several thumbnails in regards to Charlie Kirk. I may have watched maybe three of his debates, three tops. Um, he honestly wasn't my cup of tea. But he was to be respected. I mean, he was something to watch. He was interesting. It's just that I'm just not into the college debate crowd. Just like Steven Crowder. I'm subscribed to him on one of my channels, but I don't usually watch him because his comedic style is not what I like. Like Tim Pool too. I used to like Tim Pool, but as he's grown and gotten bigger, it's like he's deviated away from what brought me to his channel. And Tim Pool comes off a little bit more like Charlie Kirk and Steven Crowder now. Even though I am still subscribed to Tim Pool because uh, he delivers the news in a way that they don't, and a lot of other people don't. Anyway, my point about Charlie Kirk. And people celebrating like his death or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a fucking angel and say that I haven't been happy that some of these Democrats went out of power or left or whatever. I mean, but the thing about it is that when you celebrate an assassination on some of a political figure, yeah, that's taking things a little bit too far. But do I think that these people who are celebrating Charlotte Kirk's assassination, should they lose their jobs? I lost my job because of just politics. Well, people using manipulative tactics in regards to the political climate. So I know how it feels to lose your job because of a political climate. So do I think these people should have lost their jobs? It really honestly depends on where they work, to me. If you're in a healthcare provider service, kind of yeah. Because it makes me think of, I think the woman's name was Barbara Walters. Let me pause for a second so I can just make sure that I'm right. Let me pause. Okay. No, her name was not Barbara Walters. I've been doing so much research that it's like my mind is boggled. I said Barbara Walters because I've been looking at the Monica Lewinsky scandal, and basically Barbara Walters, she said something to Monica Lewinsky. Well, she asked Monica Lewinsky about Monica Lewinsky dating married men, because apparently Bill Clinton wasn't the first one. But anyway, the person who the woman who died because of a medical procedure was Joan Rivers, and this was after Joan Rivers, she claimed that I think Michelle Obama was either a trans or a man, or she said something crazy. And apparently Joan Rivers was a comedian, and so apparently she went to a medical facility to get a raspy throat checked out or whatever, and she apparently died from asphyxiation due to a lack of oxygen going to her brain while she was under like a coma, a medical coma. And so you have to think that people who are strongly opinionated in regards to just politics, and then they're performing a medical procedure on you. Yes, I believe that it would make sense for people who have strong political biases to be let go from positions like that, because you never know who may end up dead because of their political views. But somebody that's working at McDonald's, I mean, anyway, I don't know. I feel no ways. I'm not gonna celebrate that somebody's like, "Huh, you lost your job," because I'm seeing I'm seeing Republicans and conservatives do that, and people who don't even really care. They're like, "Ha, you shouldn't be celebrating a person's life who was lost or whatever." Anyway, I've been in that position. I'm like, and I wasn't even that far. I'm like, anyway, my point though, I wasn't really a huge follower of Charlie Kirk. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Just like Candace Owens, I'm black, and she's not my cup of tea. And the thing about it is that the reason why she's not my cup of tea is because I guess we can. I guess somebody said that I act almost just like her, and I'm like, no, I don't. Maybe she's like a mirror, and I'm like, but the thing about Candace Owens is that a lot of the time she's right, and it's not the fact that she's wrong; it's the fact that you don't like how she says it. Anyway, and so I really can't sit through no more than about like 3 minutes of her. I guess you can call it a podcast or whatever, a show, whatever. And the same went for Charlie Kirk and for Steven Crowder. I could not even when Steven Crowder did that Epstein, that reenactment or whatever, and he was joking about it, but he also was trying to be serious or whatever, of where he put the noose around his neck, the well, not noose, those clothes around his neck, and try to reenact Epstein, doing what he did, or doing what Cash Patel claimed that he had did, and Dan Gino claimed that he did. Anyway, it wasn't my cup of tea. So yeah, and see, Tim Pool is he's seeming, to my opinion, skewing towards that sort of niche too, and I'm just like, I'm watching less and less of his content. The people that I like are what Lisa Haven, she just spits the facts, and you can tell that she's just trying to get to the point, and here's information, boom, there you go. Marfugal News and Marfugal TV, they hit you with the news, and that's it. I try to watch Canadian Prepper because, like I said, I'm a prepper first and an astrologer second. So I'm more so watching, like, not the high end content creators. I'm watching the people who are like who are just on the grind. That's what I like. I like to see people that are like on the grind, that are on the ground, and doing like the groundwork. Not yeah, and especially not people who joke a lot inside of it with their content. And I don't like the gotcha moments. I like cold hard information so that I can just fit it where it needs to be fitted at in regards to how important it is to me, and move on. I don't like jokes. I don't like anything like that. So yeah, so the Charlie Kirk situation it is an unfortunate situation. And in regards to like now I'm on Twitter, and they're saying that Tyler Robinson or whatever, the alleged killer for now, they're gonna give him the death penalty. And everybody's like, oh my God, did you see how his eyes just winced for a second? Oh, he gulped. I'm like, if that was the death penalty, if that was my partner that I saw get shot in the head or the neck, bitch, fuck a death penalty. And I don't even want him in a firing squad. What I would do, because let me start off like this, because God himself, let me start off like this too. I am not Christian. I'm spiritual, and I just study astrology. I'm not no God this and God that and God that, and I'm spiritual. I've said a lot of messed up stuff, cussed a lot of people out, talked about a lot of sexual deviant stuff, and I've done a lot of crazy stuff. I'm like, I mean, when I got when I lost my career, I didn't give a shit about shit. And I'm like, and I lost my career for not even saying it. The loss of my career made this just was like, I want to start saying crazy shit now. He created a freaking monster. But anyway, my point. I want to say this like this so that people can understand. If you read the Bible, you would learn that God can be so merciful that even that Tyler Robinson man who killed Charlie Kirk, it was all planned. It all happened for a reason. It all happened for a reason. And the thing about it is me knowing that, and me knowing that God will probably forgive him. You think I want that boy to have? You think that if my partner got killed in front of my face, that I was like, yeah, the death? No. You don't know how vengeful I can be. Let me pause for a second because there's a story that ties into this. I think it's a story. Either it's Job, or it's the guy who got swallowed by the fish. It's one of them. He didn't want to give a message to a town because he knew that if he gave that town that message, that God would spare them because of God's everlasting mercy. And see, I think that the man he had lost so many people inside of from his village, from I think fighting wars and stuff like that. That he knew that if he gave those people God's divine message or whatever and told them to repent or whatever, that God will forgive them, and God made this man the messenger, and he was like, bitch, I ain't fuck that message. he went off and he ended up getting swallowed by a fish. I think he fell off a boat or something. It wasn't Noah. Who was this guy? But anyway, let me pause. I didn't find the story. Okay, so I guess his name was Jonah. Like I said, I read these Bible stories a long time ago, and I wouldn't know this story unless I was just reading prophecies and reading crazy shit. Because they said like either a few years ago there was like a sign of Jonah inside of the sky or whatever, and I was researching it to the T. And so apparently God sent, I think, Jonah to the wicked city of Nineveh. And I think the reason why Jonah didn't want to go was because I think that the people of Nineveh or whatever, they went to war so many times with his people. They killed so many of his friends and family and people that he loved. And the reason why Jonah he wasn't going to go to that city and give them the warning that God was going to destroy it if they didn't repent was because he knew that God inside of his infinite mercy was going to spare them. And I'm like, bitch, if I saw my partner get his neck shot open and then or head blown up and then my children, Jesus Christ, then my children had to watch that shit too. I mean, it'll take me about until the funeral to process it, because I in my mind here my partner would be pretty much, oh, they're on vacation, oh, they're at work, oh, something, they're just outside cutting grass, an excuse, and then you see them inside the casket. You think I want the death penalty for somebody who did it to me? And you see all these people there's the death penalty. Yes, you saw how he gulped. He looked down for a second. No. What I would do is in that prison cell, I will give him life without a chance of parole. And what I would do, I'll put a TV inside of them. They can't be broken, and force that boy to watch because he hates Charlie Kirk so much, right? I will force him to watch every episode, every episode, every podcast that he did with everybody else. Every single one of them. Every one of them. Because I'm pretty sure even his wife didn't watch every one of Charlie Kirk's videos. Because, like I said, God inside his infinite mercy from that story, he's forgiven. And I'm like, there's no devil in hell. There's no God. I won't have him first. I won't have him. Like, I'm not gonna give God a chance to forgive you. I'm not gonna give a chance for the devil to punish you. If he is gonna punish you. No, I won't have you first. He'll be inside that cell listening to every on repeat with the volume loud, so that he couldn't even sleep. He'll know her husband more than she knew by the time he died of old age in that damn prison cell. Anyway, let me pause for a second. So yeah, so do I believe in the death penalty? Yeah, to some people who literally have no soul. And the thing about it is that I don't think that boy, he does not have a soul. I think that pretty much he was radicalized by the algorithms in regards to just these social media platforms. Because what they do is pretty much if you lean or if you tend to watch just a few conservative YouTube or TikToks or whatever social media, they set you off side of your lane. And then if you watch this woke genre of media, they put you inside of your box, your circle, and they're closing people off so that everyone is separated. So some people may think that one thing is like super popular, and it may be inside of a certain circle, but other people have their own opinions in their own circles. And see, back in the day, we didn't have that. We watched one TV, one program, and we were all on one uniform accord. Everybody knew the Simpsons. Everybody knew Family Guy. Everybody knew Jesus Christ, South Park. I didn't watch the South Park. I didn't watch the Simpsons. I watched Family Guy when I was younger, but everybody watched all these TV shows, these popular TV shows, and that was just that. It was just one straight lane. Now you have deviating lanes, and when you have these ideologies added to it, and we already have people separated, it just doesn't. Yeah, we need something that allows everyone to be back either on the same lane, or there's just going to have to be an even bigger separation in regards to reality. Not just social, because this is fake. This social media stuff is fake, and you're gonna learn that the hard way as AI gets more and more introduced into this infosphere or whatever. Everything's gonna be fake, and you're not gonna know what's really not. You're gonna have to just go outside and just find something to do outside that's real. Because, hey, I think they can now fake what your mouth, how your mouth movements, what you say, what you do, with AI. Your mannerisms, everything. And so that's dangerous in a sense. But when you add these woke ideologies, yeah, you end up with people who have a conservative background, like Tyler Robinson, seemingly, and they just becoming radicalized. So something should be done about that. And I think, am I going to end it here? Um, Charlie Kirk's wife has my condolences. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have not said anything bad about other people who have passed in regards to other political parties. I don't think I've said anything too bad though. I haven't really um revered the an assassination of a Democratic, but we don't see any Democratic people getting assassinated, or each all the assassination attempts on Donald Trump were from seemingly the Democratic party. Anyway, let me pause one more time. Try to make sure no booger inside my damn nose. But in regards to what I would do, like I said, that I would have that boy inside of that jail cell, listening to Charlie Kirk 24/7, and also instead of the death penalty, I would make it so that he would be inside of prison, and he would become, if apparently he feels some kind of remorse, he would become a spokesperson from jail in regards to how he was wrong about Charlie Kirk. That's the only way that you can fix that. That's if I was Charlie Kirk, if I was emoting Charlie Kirk, which I mean I can't do that. I can't emote something or whatever. But if I died in that way, form, or fashion, that's what I would want. I would like you know what? Hell hath no fury, like revenge from me. But how would it be productive? And like I said, I've already read the story about Jonah and how God forgives. Bitch, I don't forgive. That's between me and God. Don't judge me if you want to. That's between me and God. You can judge me all you want to, but only God can judge me. I don't forgive, bitch. I don't. Um, just like I'm not gonna judge you about whatever you do. That's between you and God. Anyway, but yeah, I would have that boy inside of prison listening to Charlie Kirk 24/7, and then to the point of where, because even though Charlie Kirk was not my cup of tea, he is understandable. He is relatable on certain topics, and so I would turn this boy, Tyler Robinson, into a prison spokesperson for Charlie Kirk. If he ever comes to his senses in regards to how he fucked up. That's the best possible revenge that you need. The death penalty, God forgives. I don't. The devil punishes, I destroy. In my own way, form, and fashion. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm not gonna say how when he finally comes to his senses, I might borrow one of the guards' weapons or whatever. But I mean, nah. Let's stay peaceful. Anyway, the wife has my condolences. I've said a lot of fucked up shit about a lot of Democratic people who have passed, but not who have passed due to assassination. I didn't say it publicly, I don't think, and I didn't say it on Astro Seek either. I don't think. I did say a lot of bad things about living Democrats, such as what's that vaccine man's name? Well, of course, I said some bad shit about Andy Witt and Dan Patrick. What is that man's name? Jesus Christ, you haven't heard from him so damn long that it's like he's disappeared. I'm like, did he go to an island and just say, look, I'm trying. He grew out a beard, grew out his hair long as hell, and went incognito. Anthony Fossey. We haven't heard a peep from that man. Not a peep. He disappeared. Is he alive? I talk so much crap about that damn man. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me for now. This was a long video, another long video. But anyway, bye for now.